Tara, good morning.
Morning.
You came back?
Yes.
I never had anybody come back. I'm just kidding. Thanks for coming back. Did you do your homework?
I did.
All right. We just went through all the questions in terms of things that keep your nervous system sensitive, right? Do you have any other questions for me? Anything I said last time and you think, well, let me ask about that? Anything that did it
No,
make
I
sense?
understand it.
It makes sense.
Yes.
So we said nerves buzz here. What happens, they ramp up, but then they stay up and they don't calm down. That makes sense for us?
Yes.
And so here is just, again, another story today. I just want to show you a little bit of what we can do here. This is last time we said nerves become sensitive, so they run at a much higher level. And this impacts our daily activities significantly, right? So we understand that. That's last time. No problem there. Okay? Now, the biggest question people ask us, obviously, is now what?
How can they come down?
How do we turn it down?
Yeah.
If I could do that, I'd obviously make a lot of money, right? Well, the cool thing is we can, and we can help you a lot. So the question is, again, how do we turn nerves down? And I want to show you something really neat this morning. Don't get too worried about it. It seems complicated, but what you see here is what we call a brain scan. Don't worry, it's not yours, it's not mine. It's a patient that has been suffering with pain for a long time. If you look at the top row, you'll notice there's not any red in there, right? So this person is laying in an MRI machine, a fancy brain scan, and she's watching a movie. It's a simple, easy movie. Life is good, and the brain is very relaxed. Does it make sense? That's kind of what you will see there, and that's kind of what we see. In the second row, you'll see a lot of red. And I apologize to my scientist friends here, but very simply, she's doing some movement of her back, and she's got back pain. She's been having pain for years, and what you see is a lot of red. That tells us that brain is very busy, very worried about the pain, and so it's very busy. In this case, we often say the more red you see, it almost tells us how much pain they have. Not exactly true, but it's close enough. Does it make sense? So here she's resting, there she's busy moving her back, which is very painful. We then pulled her out of the scanner, we took her back and did exactly what you and I are doing in these sessions, teach her more about pain. We spent about 20 minutes with her, and then we had her do the same movements of her spine, and you remember it had a lot of red. And what you can see at the bottom line is the same movement as the second line, but now she understands more about her pain. So what does this mean? We have found out that people that are in pain, the more they learn about pain and understand what their pain means, the less pain they have. So the funny thing is, if you leave today and you're going to walk out and talk to your friends, talk to your family, and if you at least have the thought, you know, some of the things he said made sense. Yeah, he's got a funny accent, but I understand what he's saying. And by the way, I don't want you to believe everything I tell you. I want you to be skeptical. I want you to learn and really work through it. The neat thing I can show you is your alarm system actually will calm down. If you walk out and say, you know, this makes sense. I've been sensitive. Things that didn't hurt before now hurt. But now I know what to do about it. The system will actually calm ever so slightly. And notice it won't go all the way down, just like the nail story we talked about last time. That makes sense? So the neat thing is the more you learn about pain, and that's what we're going to do here. You and I are going to go through this. We're going to learn. You're going to become so smart about pain that you understand so much about pain that your pain will actually calm down over a period of time. Make sense?
Yes.
Okay. The second way we calm nerves down is through some gentle movement. If we pump a little bit of blood and oxygen around your nerves, they actually calm beautifully down. Now, the sad thing is a lot of people hear us say things like this. Oh, you want me to run marathons? You want me to climb Mount Kilimanjaro? No. A nice brisk walk a couple of times a week, 20 minutes at a time. Go take the dog for a walk, walk with the husband, those kind of things. It calms the system beautifully down. And again, it takes a while, but your nervous system slowly dampens down. If you think back when you were in college, and you were stressed for a test, or in high school you were very stressed for an exam, one of the best things to do was to go for a run, or to go swim, or to go ride your bike. You come back and you feel relaxed, right? Well, that's kind of what this is. When we get stressed and nervous and anxious, which happens during pain, and we work out, the system actually flushes itself and calms us beautifully down. And again, please notice, I'm not telling you run marathons, don't go climb mountains. A little brisk walk a couple of times a week and we're in good shape. Make sense?
Yes.
Now, here's the issue. A lot of people say, but I hurt when I exercise. So let's go back to the original one. So they say, but I hurt. But remember, your system is sensitive. If you go for a walk today, 20 minutes, I expect you to come back and tell me, I hurt. But remember, it's because you're sensitive. So we learn little stories like this, little mantras. Hurt doesn't equal harm. Just because I hurt doesn't mean I'm harming something. I'm sore, but I'm safe. So when you walk this afternoon, the nerves in your back, in your leg, will fire off and tell you you're walking. But they're not telling you something's wrong. So will you feel your back when you walk? Yes, because your system is sensitive, and that is normal. It's just like a person that just had a knee replacement, and we bend their knee. Will it hurt? Of course, they just had surgery. Well, this is kind of the same scenario. The system is still sensitive. And so Even though you move, you're not going to hurt anything. You're just sensitive. And actually, the paradox is you're going to calm the system down over a period of time. Make sense?
Mm-hmm.
All right. Third way we can help you is through medicine. All right. There are some medicines that can calm nerves down. This is your doctor's job. This is why he drives a Mercedes and I don't. Well, because they can give you medicine. And that's why they do what they do. And that's fantastic. Ask your doctor about it. But I want to show you something really, really neat. Do you know the most powerful pharmacy in the world sits between your ears? Our brain produces the most powerful pain medicine in the world. More powerful than anything you can buy anywhere. It has to, because when we have a very bad injury, we have to calm down so we can survive the accident, right? A farmer cuts his arm off in the middle of the field. The brain has to calm him down so he can get to the hospital and get some help, right? We call this a wet brain. A wet brain has lots of happy chemicals. Calm down, you're going to be okay, right? When you stub your toe, have you ever done that?
Yes.
Does it hurt?
Yes.
How much?
A lot.
A lot. How long? 3 months, 6 months, a year?
No, a lot less than that.
A couple of minutes, right? We stub our toe, the alarm goes off, ding, 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 we just stubbed our toe. Our brain then produces happy chemicals to say, calm down, you're gonna be okay, you're making a scene anyway. So it calms you down. The brain brings happy chemicals. Does it make sense?
Mm-hmm.
Now the bad news is when people have pain for long periods, a wet brain becomes a dry brain. The brain actually takes some of the chemicals out of the system. Why does it do it? To make you sensitive, to protect you. And this is also normal. So when people say, I feel more pain, I experience more pain, partly is because the body's pain medicine has been drying up. So here's the question of the day, final card. How do we turn a dry brain to a wet brain?
I don't know. Learn more about pain.
Learn more about pain, good answer. We learn more about pain. Aerobic exercise. When we exercise frequently, runners talk about the runner's high. They run, they feel good. That's what it does. It produces happy chemicals. There are foods that can help. We sleep. Sleep helps it get better. Relaxation, meditation, breathing, some of the manual techniques we do in therapy. The point is simply, there's probably about 20 things that I can do for you in therapy that can turn a dry brain into a wet brain. And as your brain produces more happy chemicals, more medicine, the system calms down. And that's what we're going to be doing. I'm going to have you come to therapy for me a couple of times a week. We're going to work on strategies. I'm going to teach you how to sleep, relax, breathe, all the cool stuff we do. And all of this is designed to do what? Take a sensitive system and
Reset it.
Calm it down over a period of time. So the interesting thing is 3 months from now, I'm going to see you at the local grocery store and ask you how you feel. And you're going to say, I still hurt, but it will be a little bit less. 6 months from now, how do you feel? I still hurt, but it's less. It slowly tapers over a period of time. Until I see you finally and I ask you how you feel and you say, let me think about it. The system calms to that effect. But it takes a little bit of time. Make sense?
Yes.
Good.